The death of former Secretary of State Colin Powell is focusing attention on so-called breakthrough COVID cases among people with compromised immune systems. Powell, who was fully vaccinated, died yesterday of complications from COVID-19. The 84-year-old was also being treated for the rare blood cancer called multiple myeloma, and it was that increased the risk of severe disease from COVID. Overall, fully vaccinated people are 10 times less likely to die from COVID. However, it is estimated that 3 to 4% of Americans are immunocompromised and are more likely to have serious complications from COVID. Our Dr. David Agus is an oncologist, and he joins us now with more on this. Dr. Agus, good morning to you. The immunocompromised, why is it that population does not see the same benefit the rest of us do from a COVID vaccination?
You know, Colin Powell is a great example because he had a B-cell disease. These are the cells that make antibodies, and his didn't work well. So when you gave him a vaccine, it's not that the vaccine didn't work. His immune system didn't work to be able to make a potent enough immune response to protect him. And we see that with leukemias, lymphomas, people on transplant drugs, autoimmune diseases, is that they're on things that can stop their immune system from responding to the vaccine. And so they don't have the immunity that you and I have to protect us from getting seriously ill. And obviously, he was exposed to COVID, got seriously ill, and unfortunately, we're now without Colin Powell.
Yeah. Would a booster shot have helped Colin Powell?
He was scheduled actually for a booster shot, I think this week. You know, it may have. There's certainly some data that you can get increased immunity in immune-suppressed patients from a booster shot, but not all of them. I have many patients that have zero antibody or T-cell responses after getting the vaccine and after getting the booster. So, you know, the argument for the vaccine is we have to all be vaccinated to protect others. That 3 to 4% of the population, they deserve our protection. We are one community.
Let's talk, David, about the mix and match that it looks like the FDA is going to give approval tomorrow. Where do you stand on mix and match? Are you on board with this? And I'm really asking on behalf of the people that have the J&J vaccine, because they're looking at it like, did I do the right thing? Is the J&J vaccine effective? What's the next move here?
Yes, I got an email from someone close to you asking that exact question yesterday, Gayle. And I think he did. And I think it's a critical question, is that, you know, the data show is that mixing, maxing is safe. There was some data that after J&J getting an RNA vaccine, you'll get a higher antibody response. But it's a small study. It's only measuring antibodies, not the T-cell part of the immune response, and it doesn't actually show protection. So I think what the FDA is going to say is they're going to make it easy. You can get a different booster if you want, but we're going to recommend staying with the same brand if you can. And so what that enables you to do, if you go to a pharmacy, you Moderna, you can get a Pfizer booster. If you had J&J, and everyone with J&J is going to need a booster by the end of the week, I think, is that you can get any of the ones you want. And so making that decision really is a personal one. I think they're all going to be beneficial.
Dr. David Agus, I want to get back to the unfortunate passing of Colin Powell, because you mentioned that when he passed away, individuals might use his death as an excuse or a reason why they shouldn't be vaccinated. And if somebody is vaccinated and they go to the hospital, oftentimes it's hard for me to communicate to friends and family on why they should get vaccinated. Can you help me with that?
Yes, I think that you hit the key thing, is that, you know, vaccines work. They are dramatically dropping the hospitalization rate and the serious illness. Some people don't respond, and in Colin's case, it clearly was a case of the vaccines working in that we needed them in more people so he wouldn't be exposed to the virus. But if you look now, for example, in the UK, they're at record numbers in terms of cases, but they're very low on hospitalizations because they have so many people vaccinated. We have to continue the vaccine campaign.
David, thank you so much. We'll be right back.